Dragon Quest. Ever since I played Dragon Quest VIII on the PS2, your boy fell in love with the genre. Something about it just really draws you in. The characters are so bombastic and well made. Sylvando, my boy, if you guys have already played Dragon Quest XI already, you know what I'm talking about. The voice acting is always impeccable. Just listen to Yangus from the 8th game. You what, mate? You what?
You're talking to none other than Yangus, the legendary bandit himself.
And even though the main character / protagonist in the Dragon Quest series has never had a voice actor, that doesn't make them any less their own character. You do get to name the Protag whatever you want, so in a way, I think the developers want to make you feel like you're going on a quest with all these other characters, while still making the protagonist have his own sense of identity. And this is just me talking about the Dragon Quest series in general. Dragon Quest XI is a whole other beast with tons of new features added. This game took me 120 hours to completely beat from start to finish. 120 hours? That's like 4 games put together, my god. The amount of content you're going to get out of this game is insane. And now with Dragon Quest XI's, or the Definitive Edition's release, you'll be getting even more out of the game than ever before. They added in a 2D mode that you can play through the entire game in if you really want to get back into the spirit of the older games, and honestly, it looks like a completely different game because of it. I would commend them a bit more if they custom made the 2D mode specifically for the definitive version, but let's be honest, the 2D mode was available on the 3DS version and it probably didn't take them too much effort to port it over into a bigger release. One gripe that a lot of people seem to have with the Definitive Edition though is the fact that the graphics have been downgraded from the original release. To be completely honest, I didn't really notice the downgrade in graphical fidelity all that much. To others, people thought the difference was night and day. Maybe it's just because it's been a while since I played the original version of the game, but I really don't think it's the biggest deal. The Definitive Edition is definitely the version you should be going for if you haven't played Dragon Quest XI before, as it has the most bang for your buck. However, if you've played through the game once before, I think this Definitive Edition is a really hard sell. It's essentially the same game, and I think this would have been better off as a DLC rather than a standalone release. I also think people who bought the original version of the game should be getting a free upgrade to the Definitive Edition. You really are buying the same game twice here. To sum it up, if you haven't played the game before, it is 100% worth getting the Definitive Edition. If you have, unless another playthrough of a 120-hour experience really strikes your fancy, then I'd say shy away. The game itself, though, is great. If you like JRPGs, you're gonna love Dragon Quest XI. Something about it just takes you away into another world, and it's so easy to get lost in the game's soundtrack, especially now that it's orchestrated in the definitive version, and it is the perfect game to play for a couple hours before heading off to bed. But then you just keep going, well, one more hour until 1 AM, and then you wake up all tired and shit, but oh boy, was it worth it. Another thing that really gets you into the spirit of adventure in Dragon Quest is the fact that the main hero's sword changes as you get weapons throughout the game. You start out the game with a simple soldier's sword on your back, but up until you progress through the story a bit more, you get a cooler sword, like an iron sword, and you can see the sheath and the handle change. And so you start looking a little cooler, and then by the end you're getting all this sick looking weaponry that just really shows off how much stronger you've become. There are also a ton of outfits that you can get for each character that are distinctive to each one of them. I love this game. I love the fact that it shows progression through changing your appearance. I think that's something huge that all JRPGs should have nowadays, and it seems like such a small thing, but honestly, it helps enhance the whole experience a ton more for me personally. Anyways guys, you know what to do. If you haven't played the game, buy it. If you've already played it, unless you really like Dragon Quest, I'd say hold off. They better bring Dragon Quest X to the States at some point, man. I need another Dragon Quest game in my life. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. Otherwise, Dragon Quest X's never coming to the States, so, yeah, do what you gotta do to make that happen.